What has been your worst investment?
Yeah, super fun question. I love reliving these. Yeah, so honestly, it was my first property I bought in Oklahoma City. It was a 18-unit apartment complex that I did not go see before I bought it. I bought it for $550. Seemed like a bargain, right? Compared to Seattle numbers. Rents were $6,000 a month between 18 units. Sounded great, right? 1% rule better. Books were cooked. Every tenant there either wasn't paying or had some sort of side agreement with the other guy, right? I hired a property manager. When I hired them, she went out there. The first one quit. First time, right? First look at the
shows
property.
Up, looks down, looks at the property. It was like, okay, it's over.
Not doing it. She said, I think I've got just the right manager for you. And I was like, okay, please help, right? And so I called this gal and she's like, yeah, we can handle it, right? And so the first couple times through the property, they get chased off. They find out, well, I was only paying $200 a month and blah, blah, blah. Let's be deal drugs. And I was like, whoa, no,
yeah,
right? So
wow.
Within 2 months owning that thing, we had the gamut, right? Police called, drugs, prostitution, gang, and domestic violence. Like the 4 things you just love to see in a rental property, right?
Wow.
And so, yeah, just like absolute pandemonium. Like calls every day. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? If I had just flown out there, I would have never bought.
Oh, got it.
Right? And so I thought, okay, I'm going to be the out-of-state investor that doesn't have to set eyes on every single property. Well, that was stupid, right? Now, I'll buy a brand new duplex in Idaho without seeing it. That's no problem.
Yeah, it's different.
When I bought that 24 unit or the 42 unit in Clarksville, we flew out there. We took a look at it. We saw it. We put eyes on all but 8 of the units.
Yeah.
So didn't see it. The books were totally cooked. It was like we had to fully vacate the property. There was one guy that stayed, retired Army guy, and he's like, I'll keep an eye on things. And I was like, your rent's free, sir. Thank you. Right? Like, so 0 revenue. And then things got worse as they went by, right? Client shortages. The contractor guy clearly wasn't his main focus, right? Like I kept pounding. We were into that renovation for 9 months. Wow. No revenue.
Oh, wow.
Right? And meanwhile, $450,000 mortgage payment, right?
Yes.
So like, I don't know, $3-4 grand a month. So I'm just like, and by the way, a $300,000 renovation. So just spraying money, right? I was like, make it rain. In the end, we could not get it stabilized and right? I finally got there was a 6-unit building on one street and a 12-unit building on the other. We were able to get the 12 pretty full. The 6 took forever. We finally got it full, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. So we put it on for sale, and I got an offer pretty, like we just fire sold it, right? I got an offer pretty close right away, and then we moved. But basically, I sold it for what I was into it for. And so I literally made no money on that deal.
Over what time period?
Over 2.5 years.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We made a couple bucks on cash, right?
Yep.
We did get it to the point where I was making maybe $1,000, $1,500 a month in cash flow, but only for like the last 6 months. So I tied up $400,000+ over 2.5 years. I'd have been better in treasuries. Yes. I'd have been better in a CD probably, right? Way less calls on the phone. But what that afforded me to do is I sold that property and I bought probably my best investment with the proceeds of that sale.
Oh, wow.
I traded 18 troublesome doors in Oklahoma City that brought me no joy to a luxury vacation rental in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I got something I really wanted, something I can use as well. And it's luxury. So I feel like it's, and knock on wood, it's been relatively insulated from any sort of downturn economic. Where a lot of people that are in short-term rentals right now are struggling because there's a ton, again, inventory price, right? There's a ton of people that went out and bought second homes to turn them into short-term rentals over COVID and coming out of COVID because they heard their friends were doing it. And it was really good. It was very profitable. But now we've got a ton of supply and less people on vacation. So what happens to prices? They come down.
They go down.
And so when your prices come down, your revenue comes down, and pretty soon now you're not making your mortgage payment. So that vacation rental in Scottsdale though is luxury. It is an oasis. Like, it's the place. Pool, hot tub, putting green, sports court in the back with pickleball and basketball, 5 bedrooms, sleeps 20. Like, it's spectacular. And we actually, last year we had a baseball player stay for all of spring training. So you hope to get your weeks and weekends booked in spring training by probably 5 different groups. We got one group, ring the register. That one payment was 10 months worth of mortgage payments.
Perfect.
Then we lucked out and had the Super Bowl last year as well. That one booking was 6 months worth of payments, right? So in those 2, we covered more than the year, and everything else for the whole year was great. Got another booking for a baseball player for next spring training. Doesn't even start until February. Already booked.
Perfect.
Already booked and paid. So that terrible investment led its way to me being able to make arguably my best investment yet.